It's so easy to slip into a state of comfort where really you aren't expanding, you aren't growing, and you aren't becoming your best self anymore. The problem is, it usually happens unconsciously. Once we kind of let up on the gas because we feel like we've reached a place where we're content, we often hold ourselves back and restrict ourselves from really moving forward. And it's not because we're just lazy or we don't want things to get even better. Rather, it typically happens as a result of not having a clear vision in what you want next. The way to change it and to expand into growth once again is to start to dream and to start to really think about what would be meaningful to you, what would bring joy and happiness into your life, and what feels like expansion. A very simple and intuitive way to do this is to ask yourself, what feels heavy in my life right now? What's taking up space? What's really clogging things up and making it so that I'm not having a great time? It's not always about adding more and better habits. A lot of the time, it's about reducing, getting rid of the clutter, removing things that are taking up the space. And the reason why is because in order to really grow, we need room. And the way we make room is by getting rid of stuff. Think about the people you spend your time with. Think about the environment that you're in. What do you need to remove? What do you need to reduce? Because if you don't free up your time, if you don't free up your energy, how can you expect yourself to expand into something new? It seems obvious, but it's often the most simple truth that gets ignored because we're too busy envisioning these grandiose, ambitious goals that maybe don't even mean that much or really can't even be fulfilled when we're on the track of trying to expand without removing anything. I'm not telling you to drop your dreams. I'm not asking you to get rid of your ambitions, but rather to actually make room for them and to reduce the time that you spend on stuff that's meaningless and not making you happy at all. What about all the distractions that pull your attention and that keep you from really going all in on what truly matters to you? You see, sometimes all you really need is a little nudge in the right direction, and that's what I'm trying to give you right now. I've worked with people who have been addicted to hardcore drugs, and the recovery of that, of course, is very difficult, but it's almost the same as somebody getting rid of alcohol in their lives, or maybe an addiction that they're spiraling into that isn't substance-based, like playing too much video games or watching too many movies and shows. Whatever it might be that your coping mechanism is, ask yourself, could I reduce this or remove it a little bit to make room for what I want? What would happen if you gave up alcohol for 90 days? I've done this with so many clients and the results are beautiful. You might think, oh, I'll be more awkward at parties, I won't be able to socialize as easily, but actually it might make you face off with your anxiety, and by doing so, you will expand and improve who you are as a person, giving you more charisma. In the long run, it makes you better socially. But if you never made room for that, if you never even made the change, if you didn't even try, then you would just continue as you are right now. And as long as you keep going and keep doing what you're doing currently, you're going to experience the same results you have been up until now. The key to getting into a growth mindset is realizing what's taking up the space and keeping you from expanding right now. It's not just about trying harder and putting in more work and more energy. If you do that, you probably will just run yourself dry and crash. A burnout, crashing and burning, really isn't going to support your growth at all. If anything, it'll take away from you. And so this idea that the only way to get better is to constantly push yourself is completely backwards. A lot of the time, it's about taking one or two steps back, really reflecting on your whole life and asking yourself, where am I happy and where do I need to get better? Then, what do I need to remove in order to create the opportunity for me to actually grow? And hopefully this really clicks for you and shifts your mindset, because if you realize, wow, I need to remove, I need to make space for what I want, then the chances of you actually achieving what you desire become that much higher. Give yourself the gift of space and an opportunity window that you might have never had before. Take the time that you spend around people who drain you and remove it altogether. Take a break. Or find some activity that maybe shouldn't be in your life right now, or a habit that you don't like, and just get rid of it for 30 days. Watch what happens. See what opens up in that space. And finally, if you want my help personally to support your growth, to help you really be accountable to making these changes, then hop over to erafael.com. The link is in the description. Over there, you can book a one-on-one call with me. We'll talk, see if we're a good fit, and if we are, I'll be coaching you every week to help you become your very best self. Again, if you want to take advantage of that, the link is in the description, erafael.com. I'm looking forward to talking to you. As always, I hope that you enjoyed this one, and I'll catch you on the next one.